Stop Arsenal, yeah, to stop Arsenal. It's crazy.
Pathetic. Pathetic Spurs fans.
Great result for Arsenal today.
Yeah.
Who wins the title now?
Man City's still the favourites.
Oh, here we go, man.
What do you mean?
Just be brave and just say it with your chest, innit? Say it with your chest. You're top of the league.
There's enough of them saying it with their chest.
But this one said you can't.
What's this top four?
You can't win.
What's this top four nonsense? Like,
that was our target at the beginning of the season.
Alright, cool, but target's changed, right?
No.
How about
our target will change at the end of the season when we go into the next season.
You're top of the league by 5 points.
Yes.
You got to play City twice.
Agreed.
You're in a title race.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what your aim is. That's your goal.
But we're in a title race. But he asked me. The question wasn't, "Are you in the title race?" The question was, "Who's the favourite?" The question was, "Who's the favourite for the title?"
Right now,
do you know what I mean?
And you're not favourites. 5 points clear.
They've got all the experience. They've got a top manager. Our manager's inexperienced. Our players are inexperienced. We've got Trossard from Brighton. We didn't get our main target. We had two or three main targets in January. We didn't get them. We're working off scraps, mate.
I rate the preempting.
We're working off scraps. Do you know what I mean? But today I'm happy for you. I'm happy for Harry Kane. Do you know what I mean? Helping us out and doing his job. But you know, we're working off scraps, man. We're a small club.
Oh,
we're a small, humble club.
You're not
humble. We're a small, humble club. Listen, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, as an Arsenal fan, if I say the title's ours to win, then I'm delusional. And if I say nah, City's, then I'm not being serious. Well, there's nothing I can say. The other Arsenal fans know what I'm saying. This is why they act crazy and say Saka's 400 million because you guys are in the title race.
I'm telling you that it's in the top 4. They're in the title race. That's what it is.
Listen, some of you lot fans start the season saying our target is to stop Arsenal from getting top 4. That's your focus.
Nah,
do you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not having that.
You said what you said. Do you agree with this?
No.
Of course not.
No, I don't. Nick,
who's a better team? Arsenal, Man City. Who's a better team
at the moment?
Overall, who's a better team?
Arsenal.
Okay.
This season is Arsenal.
Okay, fair enough.
Arsenal are the best team I've seen played this season.
Okay.
You know this.
That's what I would say.
You're talking
but when it comes to the crunch, will they be able to hold it? I don't know.
I agree with you.
He's always agreed with me.
There you go.
Yeah. Let's see. We'll see.
In that final furlong, to use a horse racing analogy, in that final furlong, City have the experience.
You know why I love this league? You know why I love this season between you and City? Because it's both in your own hands. Because you both got to play each other twice.
Yeah,
that's where I think the title's going to be winning.
I'm telling you now, right? Let's get this table. Can we get the table up? Can we get the table? I need to look at the table to see where Man United sit in this because they could be sitting there sneakily.
This is what I'm saying. Why are Man United going without the same level of energy that we? Do you mean?
But you're top though.
Of course, but they're not far behind.
They're 6 points behind you, or 7 points behind you.
6 points behind.
6 points behind. They've got to play each other twice. They could both drop 2 points each. If Man United carry on. Listen, there's a conversation there, mate.
You have paid Man United again.
3 points behind City, Manchester United. 8 points behind Arsenal, but Arsenal have got to play Manchester City twice.
That's what I'm saying. We lose both those games,
or draw.
We draw those games. Man United in the title race.
Oh wow!
We are 1 point ahead of Villa.
So
I don't even want to scroll that far down.
Look, Tottenham, 39 points.
So are Tottenham in the title race?
They're 3 points behind Man United.
Are Tottenham in the title race? Why not? Why not be positive? Why not back your team? You just signed Pedro. You just signed the most exciting right wing back in Europe.
And you've got a 50 million striker in Jesus.
He's injured. He's injured.
You've got a
60 million pound striker that doesn't play.
Yeah, mate.
You lot play better without him. He's a crutch.
What is going on?
I don't think he'll be.
Kane is having an interview on the pitch.
He's having a testimonial.
He's broken the record, isn't
commemorate
it's for the record.
The breaking of the record.
Nicky, you got to understand, they don't win trophies. I'm not taking a piss, but they don't win trophies, Nicky. You got to understand,
this looks like a testimonial.
It's our own.
It is a testimonial. It is a testimonial because he's not going to win any trophies.
He's our own, isn't it? He's broken it there. He's broken it there.
So this is his Premier League title.
I'm not getting involved in this conversation.
You've seen it for yourself.
Yeah, I know. I can't say nothing, mate, but listen.
Boubacar in the comments with the super chat. Lol, Arsenal are still fine at the top. We've also got another one from Cedric. Thank you to you. Arsenal didn't do no one a favour. You still have to beat City twice, not to mention Brentford is your next, and they're your bogey team.
It's true. We have a terrible record against Brentford. Brentford, one of the best, most underrated teams, one of the best managers in the league. You know, we're a small, humble club.
Wait, Newcastle's only won one in the last 5.
Stop it with that, Nick. Please, mate. You're not a small club. You're not humble. So let's. Nobody gets pocketed in big games like Haaland. Nobody gets more pocketed in big games like Haaland, says Red Moon. Listen, we've said what we think about the league title now. Arsenal, obviously, clear favourites for it as things stand. But City, we've got to speak about them. It's another loss today. 4 losses in the season now. Now, that isn't a number we've seen in that column for some years in terms of how many games they normally lose in a season. But just nothing today, really, was it? We didn't see much of Haaland. He wasn't, like I said, really getting on the end of crosses. He wasn't connected to the midfield. They weren't finding him. He definitely didn't get space in behind. So as much as you have to give credit to Tottenham, as we have done, City just weren't at the races today again.
I think there's a worrying thing that they can't change it. Or I don't know whether because of what they've bought, what they've sold, they're playing one way. He's decided that there is nothing. He hasn't got the tools that he used to have to change it up.
Yeah.
And if it's not working, they're stuck. You see it today. They didn't change the way they're losing the game. They're not playing particularly well. It hasn't changed the way that they was attacking.
For sure. Which also makes it easier for other managers to start preparing for them because they know, I'll say this, Neil will get spanked, but it should make it easier for other managers to prepare because they're going to do one thing. And one of the key things that you expect from a Pep Guardiola team anywhere in his career is that his whole team are comfortable on the ball. First touches, passing, moving the ball really well. Akanji today, Rodri today was awful, constantly pressed. I know Tottenham are very good at pressing, but it was awful. He wasn't what you would expect from a Pep Guardiola Premier League winning centre defensive midfielder.
But then would you flip it and say Tottenham's setup was excellent?
100%.
And say, we played defensively, we were defensively sound, we played compact, played tight, and we kept them quiet.
It's just the only reason we're focusing on them is because they have got 4 Premier Leagues out of 5. And with you guys did really well today, but this is what you do. It's not a surprise. When you guys are pressing, countering, Kulusevski, pace out wide, etc., that's not a surprise. We know that you guys are going to do that. We know Højbjerg's not a super talented player, but he's going to battle man of the match performance by far. He's better than any of City's midfielders on an individual basis. So they should have been ready for that. But like Nicky said, even if they go into the game and they know that they haven't really got the tools to deal with that, there's no secondary option. Do you know what I mean? And even you guys have Richarlison on the bench, which is a slightly different proposition to Kane. So there is something of a change that you can make from a tactical perspective. City, for all of their riches of talent, don't seem to have that. They've got their one thing.
LJ Brown says, thank you, Spurs. He's an Arsenal fan. Arsenal going to slap City next, says David.
Thank you, LJ Brown, for being here.
Arsenal isn't even finishing top 4. Anyone who says otherwise
who says that?
don't know what they're